The downtown streets were alive with the afternoon rush as Amara Johnson pedaled her worn mountain bike through the maze of cars. Her messenger bag bounced against her back, packed with legal documents that had to reach the courthouse before closing. At 24, she'd learned the city's chaos like a second language every delivery meant rent. Groceries, her grandmother's medication. A luxury sedan caught her eye, stuck in the middle of the intersection. Its hazard lights blinked weakly, and inside, a man in a tailored suit clutched his chest, face twisted in pain. He tried calling for help, but the windows were up. People passed by, some curious, most glued to their phones. Amara slowed, squinting through the tinted glass. The man's hand fumbled toward a phone, sweat dripping, lips forming the word help over and over. Something in her chest tightened. She recognized that look from her grandfather's heart attack 3 years ago. Nobody else was stopping. "Hey," she called, tapping on the window. "Are you okay?" He shook his head, pointing first to his chest, then to the door handle. Locked. She scanned the crowd. "Someone call 911. She shouted at a group of business people. They just kept walking. A woman on her phone shrugged and moved on. Panic surged. His breathing was shallow, skin gray. Adrenaline took over. She ran back to her bike, lifted it over her head, and smashed it against the passenger window. Spiderweb cracks first, then shattered glass, scattering across the leather seats. Eyes turned, but no hands reached to help. She plunged through the broken window, unlocked the door, and gently shook the man awake. "I'm going to help you," she whispered. "Can you breathe?" His pulse was weak, lips turning blue. She leaned him back, checked his airway, and called again to the crowd. "Someone call 911. A teenager finally dialed. She remembered CPR from a short stint in nursing school before financial struggles pulled her out. Carefully, she slid him onto the pavement. Hands positioned. Compressions began. 1, 2, 3, 30. Then 2 rescue breaths. Sweat dripped. Arms burned. But she didn't stop. Minutes or what felt like hours passed until his eyes fluttered open. Coughing. Breathing shallow but steady. Relief hit her as paramedics arrived, taking over his care. "You saved his life," one said. A few more minutes, and it would have been too late. Alone with broken glass and a dented bike, she took a deep breath and continued her deliveries. Life moved on, but his desperate eyes lingered. She didn't know then, but the man she saved was Jonathan Whitmore, CEO of one of the largest tech companies in the country. And he would never forget her. Hospitalized and recovering from what doctors called a widowmaker heart attack, Jonathan kept thinking about the young woman who'd acted without hesitation when dozens walked by. His assistant, Rebecca, was determined to find her. Days of investigation led to a small courier service. "Yeah, that sounds like Amara," said the owner. When Amara returned from a run, she was handed a card from Rebecca. Curiosity and caution mingled in her stomach. Whitmore Industries. She had no idea how deeply her act of courage would change her life. After a brief consultation with her grandmother, Dolores, she dialed the number the next morning. Lunch was set at a nearby cafe. Rebecca explained everything. Jonathan wanted to thank her personally. Her heart raced. Relief washing over her was okay. They discussed the incident, her background, her jobs, her dreams of finishing nursing school, and her dedication to supporting her grandmother. Jonathan listened, recognizing the weight she carried, the resilience she had built through necessity. "You acted with courage and compassion," he said finally. "Those are qualities that can't be taught. I want to offer you a position at Whitmore Industries." Shock, hesitation, and possibility collided. Training programs would bring her up to speed. The salary was 3 times what she earned across multiple jobs, with full benefits for her grandmother. A community outreach role awaited, aligning perfectly with her nursing skills and desire to help people. Over the following weeks, Amara dove into her new work, coordinating health fairs, volunteer programs, and community initiatives. Jonathan checked in regularly, impressed by her organization, creativity, and ability to anticipate problems before they arose. She had developed executive-level skills without a corporate title, forged by life itself. The Riverside Neighborhood Health Fair arrived. Over 200 people received free screenings and education. Jonathan worked alongside volunteers, unobtrusively assisting and learning from Amara. Their partnership, built on respect and shared purpose, was seamless. At the end of the day, amid stacking chairs and scattered materials, Jonathan invited Amara to celebrate with dinner at a local soul food spot. As they ate, they shared stories of their childhood's her tight-knit community, his privileged but lonely upbringing, and discovered common values and perspectives that deepened their bond. Romance blossomed slowly, cautiously, grounded in mutual respect and shared ideals. Challenges followed. Rumors, skepticism from colleagues, scrutiny from the board. They questioned the intersection of personal and professional relationships. But Amara remained steadfast. She documented every program, every result, and suggested an independent evaluation to prove her worth objectively. Jonathan defended her, showing that merit and results, not favoritism, guided his decisions. With the board's eventual support, transparency became their strength. Jonathan publicly acknowledged their engagement, celebrating both their love and Amara's undeniable talents. 6 months later, their wedding reflected their shared values, a modest, meaningful ceremony in the community center where their journey together had begun. Family, friends, colleagues, and community members gathered to witness vows rooted in love, service, and respect. Jonathan's toast acknowledged Amara's courage at the car window. The CP ran her unwavering commitment to helping others. Post-wedding, they continued building their lives together, expanding charitable work, supporting underserved communities, and balancing ambition with compassion. Amara returned to school part-time, overseeing programs, now serving thousands annually. Dolores moved closer, health stabilized, participating actively in family and community initiatives. Jonathan and Amara's story, beginning with a split-second decision to help a stranger, evolved into a life defined by love, partnership, and service. Together, they proved that courage, compassion, and integrity could transform lives, not just their own, but entire communities, and that true love could withstand scrutiny, inequality, and challenge. From a moment of crisis on a busy street to a shared vision for the future, their journey reminds us all that doing the right thing, even when no one else will, can create ripples far beyond what we imagine.